with our national anthem. Members of the armed forces or veterans that are present but not in uniform may render the military salute. Singing our anthem today, here's Carter Flug.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose but stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was Carter Flug.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Westside High School, home of the Warriors, as Tom Saline will give us our starting lineups.
Batting first, the shortstop, number 10, Aiden Hosey. Batting second, the left fielder, number 7, Ben Everode. Batting third, the first baseman, number 16, Duncan Hansen. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 21, C.J. Shockey. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 15, Jacob Solifer. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 3, Andrew Teggy. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 1, Liam Ronikin. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 13, Ty Frederick. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 6, Ty Hanna. On the bump for the Warriors, number 9, Easton Shockey. Your Westside Warriors.
That was Westside starting lineups. We'll give you the starting lineups real quick here for the Millard North Mustangs. Batting first, Tatum Mabus. He'll be playing first base. Batting second, Tanner Evans. Batting third will be Jackson Smith. Batting cleanup, Carson Burke. Batting fifth, Maverick Christensen. Batting sixth, Caden Schaefer. Batting seventh, Adrian Norris. Batting eighth, Deacon Hurley. And batting ninth will be Alex Burrish. Pitching for Millard North will be Cale Weimers. As both of these teams coming in with a chip on their shoulder, Westside, if you watched the stream yesterday, they barely survived, walking it off against the Lincoln Standing Bear Grizzlies by a score of 7-6 in 8 innings. Millard North is coming off of a loss yesterday to Westview, a pretty shocking loss. They lost 3-2 yesterday. On the bump for Westside will be Easton Shockey. He has been a really dominant pitcher all season, the sophomore, transferring over from Bellevue West. .57 ERA in 12 and a third inning pitches. Only allowed 1 run in that time, 14 strikeouts to 2 walks. For the Warriors, Schleifer, Hosey, Cronican, and Hansen from left to right, third to first. In the outfield, Everode, Taggy, and Hannah from left to right. Catching will be C.J. Shockey. And pitching will be Easton Shockey. See if the cousin connection will get them to give them through a first inning. Easton Shockey on the bump. He's ready to go. First pitch is a ball on the inside half of the plate. We start at 1-0. First pitch time, 3 minutes earlier, a 4:57 starter. Next one behind. It was behind the hitter Mavis. Count goes to 2-0. Mavis, 351 average, leads the team in homers with 3 this season. And Millard North has been a very power-hitting team as that one goes to 3-0. 14 total homers for them on the season. correction, he's second on the team. Jackson Smith has 7 of them this season as Shockey walks the first batter. Tanner Evans next up, hitting .438 this season, 32 hits, 5 of them extra base hits, and has recorded 14 RBIs this season. He comes in from the left-handed side. A record alert to be looking out for over these next couple of weeks here for our first baseman, Duncan Hansen, who's holding on the runner. First pitch, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Hansen currently at 6 homers this season. Single season record is 8, and the career homer record is 15. And Hansen's only a sophomore. That career record held by former MLB big leaguer Darren Ruff. The throw down to second as the runner Mabus was off for second. The pitch is a strike, but the runner makes it down. So a runner at second, nobody out. And we saw this last night in the game against Standing Bear. Westside having some trouble early at getting these first couple of guys out. Shockey, though, 1-1 count. Next offering, it's going to be a bunt. Schleifer runs and gets it. Fires over to first. Hansen makes the grab for the first out. So the sack bunt, a successful one by Tanner Evans, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Jackson Smith, who has been nothing short of spectacular this season. 7 homers for him this season. Absolutely mind-boggling. He got 6 doubles, 7 homers, and is hitting .433 this season. First pitch is a strike right down the middle, and Shockey's got his work cut out for him on this batter. Smith committed to Iowa Western Community College. That next one's outside, 1-1. Next offering taken low, 2-1 now on Smith. Two-one, line drive. That one getting out there. The runner holds up at third.
Third baseman number 2, Carson Burke.
Carson Burke next up. And Shockey managing to get out. Smith, it is 2 outs, runner on third. 0-0 the count. First pitch taken for a strike as Shockey settling in now. Carson Burke, the third baseman, next up. Next offering. 1-1 now against Burke. Shockey 1 out away from getting out of a clean first inning. 278 for him this season. Has tallied a homer. Chopper over to third. Schleifer cannot pick it up cleanly. And that will allow a runner to score. Over there from third is Tatum Mabus. Millard North has struck first. It is 1-0 Mustangs.
Catcher number 13, Maverick Christensen.
And Maverick Christensen due up next. Shockey looks at the runner. Pitches, ball 1. Christensen, .344 this season. 17 RBIs. Next pitch is a strike. Count evened up at 1-1. Runner on first, 2 out here. Runner off for second. Pitch is high. Throw down is clean, and they gunned him by a mile. And they got him. Carson Burke dead to rights at second base, and that is how the inning will end. But Millard North strikes first with 1 on the board. Westside looks to follow suit. 1-0 Mustangs after the top of the first. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valepic. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here today. Millard North strikes first in the top half of the first inning. A 1-0 lead for the Mustangs. As Kale Weimers comes on to pitch, 19 2/3 of an inning, 19 strikeouts to 14 walks, 10 earned runs, gives him a 3.56 ERA. That is Weimer's pitching stats as Westside and Millard North has faced off twice before this season, most recently in the Metro Conference Championship game, in which Westside, on the back of a big 7th inning, won that game 8-5, and they needed all of the 5 runs in the 8th that they needed, as they got the win there. Braden Hosey will lead us off here in the bottom of the first. Did not have a great day yesterday, a couple errors in the field, and an offer at the plate. Looking to change his fortunes today. Third baseman shaded in. First pitch is a ball. And it is 1-0. Weimer's next offering. Taken for a ball low. 2-0 the count. Hosey, 384 nonetheless this season. Most plate appearances on the team. It's their main leadoff guy. 33 hits through 86 ABs. That one's low. Count goes to 3-0, and how good would it be for Hosey to walk here? He has 24 RBIs this season. Not an RBI shot unless if he could pop one over the fence. Wind not as gusty as it was last night. 3-0 offering is taken for a strike. It's 3-1. Hosey on the base path this season, a very disciplined runner. 11 stolen bases, only behind Ty Hanna. It's only been caught 3 times. As Hosey crushes that one. Right field, going back, and that is gone! No doubt about it. Braden Hosey has tied us up at 1. And on the 3-1, he takes a pitch right down the middle and smacks it to right field. It is 1-1. Getting some love from his teammates, his second of the year. And that'll be a tough act to follow up here from Ben Everode. A clutch homer for the Warriors as the game is evened up at a piece here in the first inning. First pitch just off the inside edge. It is 1-0. Ben Everode, the Marshalltown Community College commit, 370 average, 12 RBIs on 27 hits this season. 2-0 the count. Tough goings for Weimer so far. Is that first pitch, first batter homer getting to him a little bit here. 2-0. Just outside, 3-0 now. And that ball was smacked over to right field. Just got over the, pretty well struck over the wall actually. Got into that little triangle area over by the batting net over there. That one taken for a strike. Count now at 3-1. But a clutch one nonetheless there from Braden Hosey, his second of the year. And for Westside, that is their 14th. Coincidentally tying Millard North. That one's fouled back. Count is now full at 3-2. Weimer's looking to get his first out of the inning. Infield and outfield playing both straight up. 3-2. Discipline takes ball for that one in the shadow zone. But the home plate umpire says that one's a ball. And now Duncan Hansen comes to the plate. I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. Hansen with 6 homers this season. The single season record is 8. And he is only a sophomore. The career homer record is 15, set by former MLB Westside alum Darren Ruff. First pitch to Hansen, taken way outside. 1-0. As a mound visit will come up. as Weimer's a little bit rattled through this. Westside has done a really good job at their kind of keys to the game here. Getting out in front early, that was their big thing that all three of these things they kind of lacked yesterday. Still managed to pull out the win against Lincoln Standing Bear. They need to get out in front early, and other than that little blooper by Jacob Schleifer, they would be out in front, but they've already homered, and they have done a really good job at that this season. First pitch strikes have also been a little bit of an issue. Easton Shockey did a pretty good job of that in the top half of the first, and then they just got to finish every play. They had 3 errors yesterday, already with an error today. We'll get you Millard North's keys to the game here in just a second. Hanson ready to rock and roll on the 1-0. Pitches just with the inside corner. It's 1-1. Millard North's clean to the keys to the game. Clean defense. Got to limit the outs on the base paths and have a patient approach at the plate. Westside has a little bit, as that was a pick off the first, and Weimer's got him. Nice pick over there by Tatum Mabus as Millard North, an unorthodox first out, as Everroad strayed too far away from the base paths and gets caught. As I was just saying earlier, they got to limit the outs on the bases, which they really just did there with Westside, and they just have a patient approach. Shockey walked a couple of guys there in the top half of the first, and they just got to be patient at the plate. 2-1 now the count against Duncan Hanson. Number 16 in the red slams that foul over by the batting cages on our right side. 2-2 the count. Millard North in the blacks with the black hat, black shirt, and the black trousers. And for Westside, the red shirt, black pants, and a red hat as well. 2-2 count. Hanson dinks it away. Count remains even at 2-2. Hanson looking for his 7th homer of the year. Second on the team in RBIs with 28, only behind CJ Shockey, who was right behind him in the on-deck circle. That pitch is ripped out into right center. Coming in on it is the right fielder, Jackson Smith, for the first out. For his second out. And now CJ Shockey up next.
CJ Shockey.
Shockey, leading the team in RBIs this season, had a little bit of a down day yesterday, going 0 for 4, but is still hitting .388 this season. If that first pitch is a strike, swing and a miss. 0-1. Stat that kind of surprises me, he has 33 hits, but has only accounted for 4 runs crossing the plate. He has been the man that gets the RBIs. That one lined to the shortstop. And the play made by Tanner Evans for the third out. So we go to the top of the second, evened up at 1 apiece. Braden Hosey with the homer, and that's all the Warriors could get. 1-1 going to the second. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here today as we have an evened up score, 1-1 between the number 1 Westside Warriors and the number 3 ranked Millard North Mustangs. As to lead it off will be Maverick Christensen. Came up in the last inning, but was the at-bat while Carson Burke was caught stealing over at second base by C.J. Shockey. Easton Shockey's cousin on the bump struck for a run. The run not earned, however, as it was an error on Schleifer over at third base that allowed it. First pitch was a strike. It is 0-1. That next one hit opposite field. Down the line goes Everroad as he will go foul. Count now 0-2. Christensen this season at the plate, 344 average, 21 hits, has only accounted for 2 runs though for the Mustangs. The 0-2 swung on, ripped into right center. Hanna and Taggy trying to converge, and it'll get down and roll into the gap. Hanna plays it off the wall as Christensen strolls into second with a leadoff double. And a big 0-2 swing from Maverick Christensen. That is his 5th double on the season. Caden Schaefer will now be the next man up. Schaefer this year, 295, 2 homers with 5 doubles this season. Always a really good extra base hitting threat as that one fouled back. It'll be 0-1. Shockey only allowing 1 hit so far, and that was the double in the last at-bat. That one poked out. Hansen giving chase to it in foul ground. He cannot go over the shoulder. That's a foul ball. Count goes to 0-2. And once again, Shockey getting up early in the count. See if he can finish Schaefer off. Last time that happened was the double by Maverick Christensen. Schaefer in from the right-handed side, playing left field today. Shockey looks back, and the sophomore pitches just off the edge. It's 2-1. Scratch that. 1-2, excuse me. Shockey waits for a sign from his cousin, CJ. Next offering crushed in the air deep into center field, sending Taggy all the way back to about a step in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. Christensen advances to third on the sac fly, but a productive out as Adrian Norris, the designated hitter, will step in next. Schaefer, a Wayne State commit, with the sac fly. Left on right now. Runner at third, 1 out. First pitch inside for a ball. Norris, a .269 hitter, 3 doubles, 6 RBIs, has only got 26 at-bats this season. The next one pitch is a ball, 2-0. Infield back. That one low. 3-0. This home plate umpire not giving really anything here close to the zone. Full count offering. High ball 4. And Shockey allows a 4-pitch walk to Adrian Norris.
Second baseman number 11, Deacon Hurley.
And the second baseman, Deacon Hurley, will step up next. Could be a blessing in disguise, though, for Westside as double play could be set up here. Chronican and Hosey, the middle infielders, could be definite double play contenders. Corners are shaded in, however, as Shockey pitches to Norris. It's a safety squeeze. And that one is a ball outside. Great base running over there from Christensen to immediately back off to first base. We saw this yesterday a few times, both from Standing Bear and from Westside. That was the final play. Actually, I talked with Coach Shockey after the game. It was meant to be a safety squeeze. That one, a bunt down the line, foul, 1-1. It was a safety squeeze for Ben Everroad. He missed it. Frederick was caught in between no man's land between third and home. Once he saw the catcher throw to third, he broke to the play, and there was no chance for the third baseman to get it home as Frederick was way too fast. And that scored the game-winning run for the Warriors as they won in walk-off fashion. One and one. Another attempt at a bunt. That one popped up, and that is a dangerous play if you're Millard North. It is foul, and the count goes to 1-2. The runner over there at first, Adrian Norris, was off for second. As now it is a 1-2 count. Shockey looking to get a crucial out here. That one high, 2-2. Outfield straight away, a little bit shifted towards right, but pretty straight up. Infield at double play depth with the corners in. Shockey sets up outside. Pick off at the first on time. Count evened up at 2-2 here. Big at bat here in the top of the second. RBI opportunity as that one fouled back. Deacon Hurley a chance to drive in an RBI. He's hitting .325 this season. This could be his 8th RBI of the year. 13 hits through 40 at-bats this year. A pretty good stat margin for him. Alex Burresh on deck. He's the 9-hole hitter. If Millard North can get both of these guys on, they'll have the top of the lineup looming. Next one, chopper foul. And staying alive is Hurley. And this is what you want to do if you're Millard North. You try to wear down these starters as early as possible. Get that pitch count up. And force him out of the game by the 4th or the 5th inning if he is doing a really good job at it. Next one, swung on and missed, strike 3. C.J. Shockey gives a triumphant fist pump as that's the second out of the inning. And a clutch strikeout at that. Alex Burresh next up, and that was Hurley's only 4th strikeout of the season. Very good contact hitter. Strikes out swinging as Burresh comes in from the left-handed side. First pitch, a quick pitch. Little dinker out into the left center field. Diving, and Hosey got tripped up by his own player, Chronican. He still made the catch for the out. A little rinky-dinky pop-up in the shallow center field. Hosey made the catch. Chronican tripped him up, but Hosey looks like he's all right, and he made the catch nonetheless. Westside manages to hold the Mustangs at bay. Going to the bottom of the second, it is a 1-1 ball game. Westside looks to take the lead for the first time today. Going to the bottom of the second. Jacob Schleifer will lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Warriors. Braden Hosey led off with a homer after that. Everroad got on via a walk, got picked off. Then both Hansen and Shockey were put out to bring up Schleifer here in the bottom of the second. He will lead off. Had a really productive day yesterday, going 2 for 3 with a walk. First pitch, taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Westside doing a good job in the last half inning to get out of it, of a corners with 1 out situation. Shockey getting a strikeout and then a little dinky pop out. That one popped up right side. Going over to get it will be the second baseman, Deacon Hurley, in fair territory, and he will record the second out. Andrew Taggy next up. He's batting from the 6th hole today. Playing center field. Taggy batting in from the right-handed side against the right-handed throwing Weimers. That one nearly clips him. It's 1-0. Westside looking to improve their win streak to 18 consecutive games. That one high, 2-0. Had to get some really valuable insurance yesterday. Barely surviving a Class B standing bear team that came in with house money. He nearly upset the Warriors. Took 6 runs in the final 2 innings to beat them by 1. Including a 3-run bottom of the 7th to force extras. 3-0 against Taggy here. That one is going on 3-0. He pops it foul. Don't see many hitters, especially at the high school level, swinging on 3-0. Unless if they really like what they see, as Taggy fouls it back there. 3-1 the count. Weimer sets, fires, check swing. Did not go around. Taggy will take his base. Liam Cronican next up. Cronican, second on the team in homers, committed to Northeast Community College out in Norfolk, Nebraska. First pitch is a strike. 0-1. Cronican this season, 328. He's been a consistent starter all season for the Warriors. 22 hits, accounting for 12 RBIs. Pickoff back to first, 9 in time. Taggy, a great base runner over there at first base. 10 steals this season. Another pickoff back to first, 9 in time. Still 0-1. Next pitch. In the dirt. Taggy caught up in no man's land. Pickoff back to first, and they got him! So the pitch is a ball, I believe, but Taggy thought the ball was more to the backstop than it actually was. I think it hit the umpire, and he was just caught up in no man's land. Got backpicked, and there's now quickly 2 outs. Next offering, Cronican, little blooper, but easily playable for the third baseman, Burke, to end the inning. So Taggy gets on with the walk, but they can't do anything with it as he gets backpicked. 2 base running mistakes from the Warriors. And this game is tied 1-1 going to the top of the third. Top of the third here from Warrior Field, a 1-1 ball game between a top 3 matchup between the number 1 seeded Westside Warriors and the number 3 seeded Millard North Mustangs. Top of the lineup due up for the Mustangs is the first baseman Tatum Mabus. He crushes one through the gap and it's a base hit into left field. Everroad picks it up as a leadoff single here from Mabus. He was the run that scored in the top of the first. Tanner Evans next up. Mabus over there on first base. First pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Mabus, nope, has not recorded a scratch that. He's recorded 10 stolen bases this season. Evans, who is up at the plate, the only one ahead of him, doubling himself at 20. Next pitch outside, 2-0. Mabus, 351 average. Shockey, the sophomore, next pitch, smack down the right, down the line, foul. Over towards Shed out there in right field. 2-1 now the count. Both runs coming in the top of the first via an error over by Jacob Schleifer at third base for Millard North and a leadoff homer by Braden Hosey to give Westside their run. Shockey steps off, re-engages. Another pickoff. Not in time. The next 2-1 offering, runner off for second. Swing and a miss. Throw down, they got him! Bang! He's out at second base. That was the first time Mabus has been caught stealing this season. A hit and run was on, and it looked like Evans just kind of threw his bat out there late, and he could not make contact with it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And how about that for a first couple of outs? Shockey throws out his second runner of the game, and then his cousin, Easton Shockey, gets the punch out. First pitch outside, 1-0. Jackson Smith, the right fielder, up to the plate. .433 this season coming into the day. 26 hits with 23 RBIs and 7 homers for the left-handed hitting right fielder. 2-0. The Iowa Western commit takes another ball. It's 3-0. Infield shifted a tad to the right, except for the third baseman Schleifer playing straight up. And same with the outfielders. The 3-0, ball 4. Shockey giving Smith nothing at all to hit. As Carson Burke's next up. Burke got on via an error that scored the first runner of the game. First one is high, 1-0. The 1-0, taken for a strike. Two outs, runner on first. A 1-1 game in the top of the third. Pickoff back to first, not in time. Hinton over there to retrieve it at first base. Catcher Maverick Christensen on deck. Another pickoff. Shockey is doing a lot of pickoffs here today. It's still a 1-1 count. Next one. 2-1 the count. Smith, 6 stolen bases this season, has been caught once. Two and one the count. Swinging a miss, strike 2. Millard North has done a really good job with their base running this season. 82 stolen bases compared to 11 caught attempts coming into the day as Smith's off for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shockey doesn't even need to throw down as they get the third out of the inning. So a leadoff single does nothing for the Mustangs. It's 1-1. After 2.5 innings, Westside will look to retake the lead going to the bottom of the third. Kai Frederick will lead off the inning for the Warriors. He comes in from the right-handed side, number 13 in the red and black. Frederick pinch hit yesterday for Charlie Maskey, had 2 at-bats in the game, but 2 very important ones. He walked and eventually scored in the bottom of the 7th, one of the runs that tied it up, and then was the game-winning run as he stole home off of a failed safety squeeze attempt. That one punched down to right field. Playable for Smith as he makes the catch for the first out.
Right, number 6, Ty Hanna.
Ty Hanna next up. He was also a big contributor in last night's victory. Hit a clutch RBI double in the 7th to put himself in scoring position to get the game-tying run on a Duncan Hansen single as he bunts it foul. 0-1 the count. Hanna this year a very productive hitter in his limited at-bats. Only his 18th of the season, but has got 8 hits in those at-bats. That one fouled away. 0-2 the count now. So as of now, he technically has the best average on the team, hitting .471, but has gone 8 for 17 this season. Next one, just off the plate, 1 and 2. Both of these teams very good offensive teams. That one, check swing, he went around, strike 3. Hanna down on strike. Lineup card turns over as Braden Hosey steps up next.
Top order for the Warriors, shortstop number 10, Braden Hosey.
Hosey led off the game with a homer, his second of the season. Let's see if he can do the same thing here. 2 out, nobody on. First pitch is outside. Cale Weimers looks like he's just trying to avoid anything with Braden Hosey. That one inside, 2-0. Hosey committed to Lindenwood College. Only one of 2 Division I commits on this Westside team. The other one, Marcus Chandler, who injured his arm during the offseason. His UCL had to get surgery and is sitting out the year. But he should be back for summer ball and for spring ball next season for a senior season. The 3-0, right down the middle. It's 3-1. And this is shaping up exactly like the last at-bat. First 3 pitches were a ball. He gets a strike, and now Hosey, the green light to swing away. Let's see if he gets a pitch he wants. That one inside. He does not, but he'll take a walk. Westside with their first base runner of the inning, as Ben Everroad steps up. Everroad playing in left today, committed to Marshalltown Community College in Iowa. 370 with 27 hits in 73 at-bats. Does have a homer this season, so does have some pop. Hosey does not get picked off at first. He takes a pretty moderate lead over there. Looking to tie Ty Hanna in stolen bases. That one low. 1-0 against Everroad. Duncan Hansen, the next man on deck. If Everroad can get on here. Pick out back to first, not in time. Another pickoff. And unlike the MLB and the minor leagues, he has many pickoff attempts as you want in high school baseball. And another one. Not in time. 3 straight pickoffs from Cale Weimers. As Braden Hosey's all in his head. And he's off for second. Pitch to strike. Throw down is a beautiful strike. And they got him. It has been a day for the catchers, both Maverick Christensen and CJ Shockey, as we go to the 4th. Tie game at 1 apiece. Our score from Warrior Field, top of the 4th. Coming up next as Millard North and Westside in deadlock. We've had back-to-back scoreless innings. Both teams had a run in the first inning, as Maverick Christensen will come up to the plate. Catcher batting 5th today for the Mustangs. First pitch is outside for a ball. Got an at-bat in the second inning, eventually got to third base, but was stranded there. Easton Shockey starting to settle in for the Warriors. That one's fouled away. Count 1-1. Christensen waits. batting from the left-handed side. That one high and away. 2-1 now the count. The next offering taken outside. 3-1 now against Maverick Christensen. Millard North coming off of last season's state runner-ups, losing in a very, very, very rainy affair against the Lincoln East Spartans. That one's fouled away. Count now full at 3-2. But the aforementioned Spartans, Mustangs, and right now Westside, all of them top 3 in the state, with Elkhorn South very close behind. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Christensen goes down swinging with a beautiful off-speed pitch from Easton Shockey. Caden Schaefer up next, as after that first inning run via a Jacob Schleifer error, Shockey has started to lock in and has been throwing really good stuff. First offering, ground ball down the line, fair ball into the corner. Schaefer off for second. That one goes over towards the bullpen. Tough terrain to throw out from Forever Road, but he gets it in. But no doubt, as Caden Schaefer with a one-out double. Adrian Norris next up. No activities in either bullpen as of yet. Next one from Shockey, swung on and missed. First pitch strike. Runner over at second, Schaefer. Next offering is low. Count at 1-1. Millard North and Westside have known each other well. Last time met in the Metro Tournament Championship. There's another swing and a miss by Norris. Puts the count at 1-2. And now you got to worry about Shockey's pitch count. He's at 60 pitches already. In the last matchup, Westside winning 8-5 via a 9-run 7th inning that propelled the Warriors to that victory. Next one, fouled back. 2-2 the count. That one, Shockey stepping off. Count still at 2-2, runner on second, one out here in the top of the fourth. Millard North, that one run on 3 hits. Westside, a run on 1 hit. That one hit coming with a Braden Hosey home run. Next one is low, count is full. Right on left action here for the 7-hole hitter and the designated hitter, Adrian Norris. Shockey looks back. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Cue shot to the pitcher. Shockey flips it over as he gets the second out of the inning. Schaefer moves up to third in the process. As Deacon Hurley next up, he also had a runner on third base in his last at-bat. Struck out swinging. See if his fortunes can change here on this at-bat. First pitch from Shockey. That one popped up foul. 0-1 the count against Deacon Hurley. Shockey looking to get out of another jam. Keep this score knotted up at 1 for the offense to go into the bottom of the 4th. Another swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Hurley this season, a .325 hitter. Been in some clutch situations before. Next one, cut on and miss. He went around, strike 3. Tried to check swing. He didn't even have a shot to run to first base, and that's the inning. So a leadoff double, so a 1-out double from Caden Schaefer does nothing for the Mustangs. They leave a runner in scoring position. It's still 1-1 going to the bottom of the 4th. Tie game here, 1-1. Ben Everroad next up. He will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Westside looking to claim the lead for the first time today. A 1-1 ball game. Millard North led it after the first inning. After the first half inning, Braden Hosey then homered on the first at-bat of the game for Westside. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. As the Warriors are looking to claim the lead. Next one, chopped over to third. Playable for Burke. He throws over to first, and it beats Everroad by a step for the first out. And the big bat of Duncan Hansen up next. 6 homers for him on the season. And I'll reiterate this every time he comes to the plate. We have a record watch on hand. Hansen, 6 homers this season. The single season record is 8. And the career homer record is 15, which he is on pace to break at the first pitch of the ball for 1-0. The career homer record set by former MLB player Darren Ruff. As Hansen hits one into center field for a base hit. He'll round first but stay there. Hansen a big at-bat, giving Westside their first base runner since the bottom of the 2nd. Ruff currently an assistant over at UNO, helping lead their baseball team to one of its better records this season. First pitch is a strike. Next one, ripped out into left field. Shockey coming in on. Scratched that was Schaefer over there and left coming in on it to make the catch. Hansen will have to hold at first, excuse me. It'll be the 5-hole hitter Schleifer up next. Hansen, not a very fast runner. Not much of a chance to steal here, but could definitely swipe a bag. First one's outside, 1-0. Game going along pretty smoothly here. About an hour and 10 minutes in. Pickoff back to first now in time. We're almost through 4 innings here from Warrior Field. We thank you guys for tuning in with us here today, joining us on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Schleifer takes inside, 2-0. Next one outside, 3-0. 3-0 on Schleifer. Next one in the dirt, ball 4. Schleifer will take his base as it is a walk for Schleif, and Andrew Taggy will be next up. Hansen gonna be pinch ran for.
Number 23, Kyler Dubas.
And Kyler Dubas will be the new runner over at second base. Runners on first and second for the Warriors. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Andrew Taggy playing center field today, due up next. Dubas pinch running for Hansen over at first base. Scratch that, over at second base, excuse me. That one hit high in the air. Out into shallow left field. Nobody called for it. It gets down. The shortstop thought the left fielder called it. Miscommunication between Schaefer and Tanner Evans. And all of a sudden, it's 2-1 Westside. Runners on first and second. So miscommunication out in left field gives the Warriors a 2-1 lead. First pitch to Liam Cronican, taken for a strike. It's 1-0. Cronican, a .328 hitter, 22 hits, and has accounted for the most runs scored on the team in 27. Next one, a ball, 1-1. So still first and second with 2 outs. Westside up 2-1. Weimer sets. Looks back and fires. Just low. 2-1. Millard North now just looking to limit the damage. With still 2 on and 2 out, Westside, another chance to strike. Schleif, a very fast runner at second base. 3-1 the count. The next offering, check swing, no doubt. He did not go, but it is a strike. Full count now. Runners will be off. Weimer's readies himself and will step off. Full count pitch. The offering, runners off. That ball put into center field. It's a base hit. Schleifer will score. To third goes Taggy, and Cronican has came through again. A RBI single. And it is 3-1 Westside. As Kai Frederick, the dual sport athlete, coming up next. 3-1 Westside. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. As they are looking good here in the bottom of the 4th to improve their win streak to 18. catcher, Maverick Christensen, calling out signs to the infield. Weimer steps on. Still no activity in the Millard North bullpen. Westside does have a pitcher down in their bullpen. First pitch to Frederick is high, 1-0. Kai Frederick, both a basketball player and a baseball player, hitting .267 on the diamond. 8 hits in 30 at-bats. Pickoff back to first, not in time. Frederick, a lot more left in the tank. Only a sophomore, has a lot more time to develop. Next offering, swung on and missed. Great off-speed pitch there from Weimers to get the count even at 1-1. 9-1-2 due up for Millard North. It's Burrish, Mabus, and Evans when the top of the fifth comes up. Next one, inside, a delayed steal. A delayed steal from Liam Cronican. Hill will move to second base. It was inside, so 2-1. Frederick with 2 runners in scoring position. A single could put the Warriors up by 4. That one hit in the air center field. Roaming over to right center will be Burrish to make the catch, and the inning is over. But Westside gets 2. They lead it 3-1. As we go to the top of the fifth, as the Mustangs look to strike back, Warriors up by 2.
New pitch for the Warriors, number 16, Duncan Hansen.
New
Moving on to the Mustangs.
Westside having a new pitcher here in the top of the fifth. Duncan Hansen will transfer over from first base to the pitcher's mound. Ben Weiss will go over and play first base. Hansen this season, a 4.81 ERA and a 1-1 record through 5 appearances. Ground ball over towards first base. Weiss goes to get it. He will step on the bag for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out from Hansen. So we'll continue giving his stats here in just a second. 16 innings. 16 innings, 11 earned runs, 13 Ks to 9 walks. As the top of the lineup comes up next, it is Tatum Mabus. Has gotten on base twice today. Next offering taken high, 1-1. Mavis, a very solid hitter, 351. Looking to get on base for the third time today. Outside, 2-1. Top of the lineup now for the Mustangs. If they want a time to strike, it is now. That one popped into right field. Hannah over there to make the catch for the second out. 2 batters, 2 outs. That's Tanner Evans up next, playing shortstop today.
Shortstop number 1, Tanner Evans.
With the pink batting gloves and the pink shin guard. Some flashy looks from Tanner Evans. That one outside, 1-0. He's got the full getup, the green, the neon green bat, the neon green cleats, hot pink batting gloves, and shin guard as he swings and misses. It is 1-1, along with the face mask. This looks like something you'd see out of Silence of the Lambs. Next pitch is popped up foul. It is now 1-2. Evans down 1-2, looking to get on base for the Mustangs. Hansen looking to go 1-2-3. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled away. 1-2 now. One-two offering from Hansen, high. Count even, backed up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The next offering, fouled away. Ooh, and that one screaming into the Warriors dugout. Looks like nobody got hit. Once again, the 2-2 offering. Swung on, ripped right to Weiss over at first base, and he makes the play for the third out. 1-2-3 go down the Mustangs. Westside looking to add some insurance going to the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Velape. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here today on a beautiful Tuesday evening. About an hour and 10 minutes into this game. We're going along pretty nicely, going to the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher in for the Mustangs. It is going to be the lefty southpaw, Jackson Smith. Smith, a .68 ERA through 6 appearances. In 10 1/3 of an innings, he has allowed just 4 hits and 1 earned run, 2 overall. First pitch taken outside to Ty Hanna. Jackson Smith leading the team with homers, has 7 for number 7 as he throws behind Schleifer. Scratch that, he threw behind Hanna. Two and 0. Next offering, great off-speed pitch, but just below the zone. Hanna very disciplined. It's 3 and 0. Next offering, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. As Ty Hanna will take his base. And we'll see Braden Hosey bat from the right side, switch hitter. Hit a homer to the pull side as a lefty, and you don't see much very often. A switch hitter hitting a homer from both the left and the right side. First pitch is a ball as Hosey looked like he was going to squirt a bunt. Hosey, a very fast runner, could get a squeeze down. He'll try again. That one high. Back pick to first, not in time. Hosey looking to go for a win-win situation here. Either get on with a single or move the runner over to second. Hanna leading the team in stolen bases. Hosey again scores to bunt. That one's high, 3 and 0. Smith still looking to throw his first strike as he has gone 7 pitches for 7 balls. That one inside and low. Back-to-back walks forced by the Warriors. First and second, nobody out. As Ben Everode raised himself. Catcher Christensen giving some words of encouragement to number 7. The southpaw Smith looks back to Hanna at second. Again, the bunt. It gets to the backstop. And each runner will advance a base. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Ben Everode in a precarious position as now a mound visit will be called by Millard North. Everybody coming in on this one. Somebody warming down in the bullpen for Millard North, but it has been a pretty good game for the Warriors. They allowed a run in the top of the first inning via error. Then in the bottom half, Braden Hosey only needed 5 pitches to say, we're going to tie this one up. Hit a homer out by the shell down there in right field to make this one a tie game. Scoreless up until the last inning when the Warriors got 2 runs to make this a 3-1 ball game. Westside 3 runs on 3 hits with an error. And Millard North a run on 3 hits and an error as well. Liam Cronican and Braden Hosey, the ones with the RBIs. Schleifer also does have an RBI via a misplay out in left field. Next pitch is high, 2-0. They are not giving anybody anything in the shadow zone. Two and 0 infield, shaded in, trying to gun the runner down at home if they go. Next one high. Man, Smith has been throwing everything near the zone. It has just not been getting called. 11 straight balls thrown by the southpaw. Next one finally gets one in the plate. It's a strike. Three and one now the count against the Marshalltown Community College commit Ben Everroad. Hanson, the next man up, switch hitter, would be batting from the right side. That one high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks will bring the bases loaded for the switch hitting Duncan Hanson as he will bat from the right side. He has hit all of his homers from the left side, but we will take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. Another mound visit will bring in a new pitcher for the Mustangs. We'll get you himself and his stats on the WTV Live Network. We'll take a quick break. Stick with us. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valopek. New pitcher in for the game for Millard North will be Chase Collins. Another southpaw here on this Millard North lineup, coming in with a 1.8 ERA, 11.2 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts to 5 walks, 3 runs, all of them earned. Jackson Smith responsible for all the runners on the base paths right now. Bases loaded, nobody out for the team leader in home runs, Duncan Hanson. First pitch, a off-speed one right in the heart of the zone. First pitch strike. It is 0-1. The next offering, Hanson fouled off. And quickly now 0-2. Hanson, all 6 of his homers this season has come from the left side. I believe this would be his first from the right. Switch hitter. Infield in, outfield playing a couple of steps in as well. Then usually playing against Hanson. Next one taken outside, 1-2. Big at bat here, Warriors up by 2. And no doubt against these Mustangs, you need some insurance. The 1-2, again outside, nearly to the backstop. A good save by the catcher Christensen. Count evened up at 2-2. Hansen looking to improve on his average, hitting .329 this season. As he calls time and will recompose, step back into the box. As he swings and misses, strike three. Beautiful off-speed pitch from Chase Collins to get the first out. And it'll be C.J. Shockey, who has been an absolute demon from the plate this season, especially against left-handed pitchers. Christensen giving commands from behind the plate. Outfield playing a couple more steps towards the pole side. First baseman in. First pitch inside 1-0. The 1-0. Chopped over towards third base. They're going to go home with it. And he can't get it. Breaking for the plate is Hannah. Scratch that. It's Hosey, and he will score with a feet-first slide. A swinging bunt from C.J. Shockey scores two. Hannah from third. Hosey from second. As the third baseman, Burke, couldn't make a clean throw. And it is 5-1. Runners on the corners. And one out. Shockey will be pinch ran for. Easton Lund will be the pinch runner. Lund, 7 stolen bases this season, has been caught twice. But a huge pair of runs from the Westside Warriors as they go up 5-1 over the Millard North Mustangs, who are now looking for any sort of answer. Both of those runs being charged to Jackson Smith, who came into the day only allowing 1 earned run this season and has more than doubled that. Stepping off is Collins. Nobody warming down in the Mustangs bullpen. Some players down in the Westside bullpen currently not throwing, though. Runners on the corners, 1 out, 0-0 the count. Collins, pick off back to first on time. Everroad, the runner on third. Lund, the runner on first. Pinch running for C.J. Shockey. The first pitch, taken for a strike against Schleifer. Millard North trying not to drop their second in a row. Another pickoff, not in time. Mustangs coming to today at 19-6. Westside at 24-2. That one swung on and missed. 0-2. For Westside, they have the Millard South Invite coming up next this weekend. For Millard North, this is their second to last game. They will play Papio South to finish out their season. Westside will play the Millard South Invite. Then they will play North Star and Westview on back-to-back days. We'll have the game for Westview here on the WTV Live Network. Their final home game of the season, and then districts will come around. And Westside looking likely that they could be the #1 spot if they can hold off here. Lincoln East did lose to Lincoln Southwest earlier, couple days ago, which means they are not. So now they are at 2 losses. Same with the Westside. 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Can't be handled. The flip to second for 1, but no double play will be made as Schleifer, the fielder's choice, attributes an RBI. 6-1 Westside. And they have scored 5 runs in these past 2 innings. They have 6 runs on 3 hits. Pickoff move back to first, not in time. Schleifer slides back in safely. Schleifer, 9 stolen bases this season, has not been caught. First pitch outside, 1-0. Coming down the stretch of this season and what has been a career year for the Warriors. Coming off an 11-15 season last year. Expectations were high, but not this high, as they have defied expectations, going 24-2, including 17 straight wins barring this game. And if they win this one, they'd be their 18th, and they would improve to 25-2. Next one is a strike. 2-1. Runner on first. 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Warriors up 6-1. That one grounded to third base. Past the diving glove of Burke and into left field for a base hit. Pickoff back to second. Not in time. Schleifer straying away a little too far from the bag, but managed to slide in safely. As Kronikin is up next. Westside nearly fully through the lineup. First pitch, wild, and is outside 1-0. Collins looking to get this final out here, give Millard North some time to get bats on ball in the top of the 6th. It's 2-0 now against Kronikin. The southpaw looking to find the zone. 3 runs, all 3 runs in this inning have been attributed to Jackson Smith, who walked the bases loaded before getting pulled. Collins has gotten 2 outs since then, but also has allowed 3 runners to score. He is responsible for those 2 runners on base. That one flied foul and out of play. 2-1 the count now, 6-1 Westside. Kronikin, 3 homers this season, attributed 12 RBIs, including 1 today. That one a beautiful off-speed pitch. 2-2 now against Kronikin. Signee to Northeast Community College. The future Red Hawk looking to show why he's going to play at the JUCO level. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Collins gets out of the inning, but not before the Warriors do 3 runs more in damage. Top of the 6th, here we come. Westside up 6-1. Hanson going to be coming back out for a second inning of work. 6-1 here in the top of the 6th. Duncan Hansen back out for a second inning of work. We thank you guys for tuning in here on the WTV Live Network on a beautiful Tuesday evening from Warrior Field at Westside High School. Jackson Smith, who allowed 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, will look to get it started for the Mustangs. Ground ball down the line, foul. Weiss watches it go foul. And it is 0-1. Westside 6 outs away from closing this one down, securing their 25th win of the season. That one chopped towards the shortstop, Hosey. He'll grab it, throw it to first. Weiss cannot scoop it out. Hosey, another error. He had 2 yesterday, and now his first of the day today. Carson Burke next up for Millard North, hit the cleanup batter today for the Mustangs. First pitch by Hansen. High for a ball. Westside 6 runs on 4 errors. Millard North 1 run on 3. That one popped foul. Count evened up at 1 apiece. Hansen ready. Quick pitches it low. 2-1. Burke hitting .278 at the plate. 20 hits and 72 at-bats, attributing to 13 RBIs this season. Does have a homer. One of his 8 extra base hits this season. Inside, 3-1 now. Hansen not looking to allow another base runner as he walks the next guy up. And a good start for the Mustangs as they get the first 2 guys on. Maverick Christensen up next. The error by Hosey and a walk puts 2 on with nobody out. Hansen looks back at second. Now pitches high and inside, ball 1. Westside with some wiggle room have a 5-run lead. Next offering on the outside edge for a strike. Millard North, a very talented team in their own right, definitely could make a comeback. Have 6 commits on this lineup. Going to play baseball at the next level. Hansen's next offering hit high in the air. Well struck, but not deep enough. Taggy and Hanna converge. Taggy makes the catch. No tag up from the runner at second. And we have 1 out. Caden Schaefer up next. We'll start with him. He's committed to Wayne State. Jackson Smith committed to Iowa Western. Colin Driffel, who's been the talk of the town recently because of his big velocity fastball. Attracted some pro scouts to Millard North baseball games. He's committed to Kansas State, but could definitely be a draft pick come summer. Major Mosser, a 2-sport athlete in both basketball and football, committed to South Mountain Community College. And Tanner Evans committed to the Air Force Academy out in Colorado Springs. Hansen steps off. 2 on, 1 out, top of the 6th. With the Warriors up by 5, Hansen looking for an out here. That one, Sky, a foul. Count at 0-1. Millard North coming off a 22-13 season last year with a Class A state runner-up. A far drastic different from Westside, who finished 11-15 last season. The on offering from Hansen is taken high. 1-1 the count. Schaefer coming into the day. Good stat line of 295 average. 21 RBIs this season. Hansen calls time. Asks Shockey to come to the mound and they will converge. So a quick mound visit here between pitcher and catcher. I think they missing some signs or getting some signs mixed up. Looks like they're back on the same page. And ready to wheel and deal against Caden Schaefer, the left fielder. That offering is popped up, foul once again. 1-2 the count. Hansen ready for the 1-2. Looks back at second. Deals. Called strike 3. He got him. Schaefer in disbelief. But the out is made and it is 2 away.
Number 18, Bennett Phillips.
Hansen, a little cheeky smile over there at the pitcher's mound, knowing that he got him with strike 3. Bennett Phillips, the pinch hitter for Adrian Norris. First pitch outside, 1-0. Phillips this season, 267 average. Only 1 extra base hit. Only accounting for 4 of his hits and only his 16th at-bat this season. That one, about where the last strikeout pitch was. That one called a ball, however. 2-0. Offering from Hansen taken high, 3-0 now. First and second, Hansen on the verge of walking. The base is loaded. Hansen sets. And we'll fire the 3-0 right down the middle. That's the pitch you want to see if you're Coach Jason Shockey. That one's a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 popped up, foul and out of play, and Hansen has managed to get this one to a full count. Runners will be off on the pitch. Runners will be off on the pitch. First and second, 2 outs. Hansen looking to keep this one at a 5-run lead for the Warriors. Runners off, the pitch. That one poked out into right field. It is foul. A clean piece of hitting there from Bennett Phillips, just corkscrewed it enough. Foul. Hansen ready again. He's ready to go. So is Phillip. Hansen steps off. Phillips will step out. Once again, the full count offering. That one poked down the right. That one is going to be dived, and he could not get it. Hannah out there and right dove out. It will be a foul ball as he was in foul ground when he made the play. So it is still a full count. Phillips steps back into the box. Hansen once again the payoff pitch. That ball looped into center field. Taggy coming in on it to make the catch. And a beautiful play for the third out. So Westside stranding 2 Mustangs 6-1 as we cruise to the bottom of the 6th. Kai Frederick will lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher in for Millard North will be number 22, Caden Schaefer.
Caden Schaefer down the mound for the Mustangs.
Schaefer this season, this will be his 4th appearance. No wins, no losses. 5 innings pitched. First one is a strike to Frederick. It's 0-1. 5 innings pitched. 8 Ks to 2 walks, has only allowed 1 hit and has not yet allowed a run. That one a ball, 1-1. So only 3 base runners allowed from Caden Schaefer, a very good pitcher. That one high, 2-1. Westside looking to get some more insurance here. That one grounded back up the middle. Playable for the second baseman, Hurley, as he will make the out.
Number 6, Ty Hannah.
Next up will be Ty Hannah. Hannah family recently had another kid in a sporting event. Caitlin Hannah played in the Big Ten Championship for the Iowa women's golf team over the last weekend as Hannah swings and misses for strike 1. That one fouled back. 0-2 now. Braden Hosey on deck for the Warriors. Schaefer working fast. That one outside 1-2. So the Hannahs had a pretty eventful weekend going to San Diego to watch Caitlin play in the Big Ten Championship. Now we're back here watching Ty play baseball as he strikes out looking. 2 quick outs recorded for the Mustangs by Schaefer will bring up Hosey. Hosey once again working from the left side. Hit a homer to get the scoring started for the Warriors in the bottom of the first. First one is a strike. Hosey working with the neon green bat. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Next offering, fouled back towards the school. And a nice catch over there by one of the fans. 1-2. And one low, 2-2. Schaefer working fast. Hosey hit his second homer of the year in the first inning. It's 34 hits this season, and that one, a called third strike. Back-to-back Ks looking for the Warriors. As we go to the last inning, the top of the 7th, Millard North needs 5 to tie. Westside needs 3 outs for the victory. Last inning coming up next here on the WTV Live Network. Stick around. Top of the 7th here from Warrior Field at Westside High School. Westside leading the visiting Millard North Mustangs 6-1 as 8-9-1 due up for Millard North. Deacon Hurley, Alex Burish, and Tatum Mabus. First pitch to Hurley is taken for a strike. Hanson back out for his third inning of work, looking to shut down the door and get the save. That one high, 1-1. Westside holds on here. 18 straight wins for the Warriors will improve to a record of 25-2. That ball is smacked in the air, shallow left field. Everybody on the run and it gets down. Hurley racing for second. The throw is a dime, and Hurley is caught dead to rights. Cronican applies the tag, and Warriors one away. An absolute laser of a throw from left field. It looked like Hosey was the guilty party who got it over there. As a defeated Hurley will walk back to the dugout. As it is 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The first pitch to the 9-hole hitter, Burish, is chopped slowly over to Schleifer over at third base, and he missed the throw. Goes over towards the backstop, the third error of the day for the Warriors. As now the lineup card turns over the top of the order. And that was a key miss there from Schleifer. His second error of the day. And that's been probably the one and only flaw from the Warriors this season has been the defense. It has struggled at times, mainly these past few weeks during their winning streak. First pitch is a strike. One and 0 pitch inside to Mabus. Taking second is Burish. Two and 0 Hansen against the top of the order, Tatum Mabus. That one high, 3-0. Tanner Evans, the guy on deck, committed to the Air Force Academy. That one, a 3-0 strike. Westside 2 outs away from slamming the door on this one. Nobody down in the bullpen. So it's going to be Hansen to finish it off. Fouled back to the screen. Full count now for the sophomore. Hansen likes what he sees from the catcher Shockey. He sets up middle outside. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Pretty deep in the left field, but Everroad camps under it to make the play. Tagging up halfway was Burish over at second base, but he decides to retreat back. And 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And Millard North down to their last gasp. It will be Tanner Evans. Dunking, getting some support from the dugout as he needs one more out here to complete the save. First pitch, hot shot over to Hosey. Sets his feet, fires over, and that's the game. A ground out to finish this one off as the Warriors take the victory 6-1 over Millard North as they have a complete day better than last night, and they will improve to a record of 25-2. This is their 18th straight victory as Millard North will fall to a record of 19-7. Westside cementing themselves as still the #1 team in Class A. Scoring recap here from Warrior Field. As an error in the top of the first gave Millard North their only run. Immediately in the bottom half of the inning, Braden Hosey led off with a homer to tie it up at 1 apiece. Then in the 4th inning, a misplay from left field and shortstop allowed Westside to take the lead 2-1. Cronican then cashed in another run to make it 3-1. And then Westside scoring 5 in the bottom of the 5th inning, all against Jackson Smith, who had only allowed 1 earned run before that. And that was all the scoring as Westside takes this one by a score of 6-1. Warriors 6 runs on 4 hits with 3 errors, and the Mustangs with 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. We thank you guys for tuning in once again here on the WTV Live Network. 6-1 victory for the Warriors. They will improve to 25-2. We will be back next week as the Warriors take on the Westview Wolverines, and we'll finish out the season looking to keep this win streak alive. Have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you next week.